Welcome back to the deep dive. We're plunging headfirst again in something pretty fascinating, and hopefully we'll pull out some delicious nuggets of knowledge just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we are embarking on, well, what I think is an incredible culinary journey. It's a really comprehensive exploration of breakfast, one that might just transform your morning routine.
Yeah, it really might.
We're going to challenge what you think you know about that first meal of the day.
It's quite the mission, isn't it? We're diving into this pretty extensive collection of breakfast ideas. We'll be uncovering some surprising combinations, analyzing the why behind certain ingredients, certain methods,
Right.
and ultimately just revealing the sheer ingenuity that's possible for breakfast. Our goal really is to make you truly well-informed about this vast, imaginative world.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating here is just the incredible diversity. It's not just about fuel. It's about culinary artistry right there at your breakfast table.
Absolutely. And this collection, it really runs the gamut from like the quick and invigorating stuff to the really elaborate kind of indulgent meals.
Mm-hmm.
You might think you've got breakfast all figured out, but get ready to reconsider.
Mm-hmm.
We promise some real aha moments, some unexpected culinary insights. We've, meticulously combed through dozens and dozens of possibilities, and what really stood out were these foundational ideas, but also some truly innovative approaches.
Definitely.
Okay, let's unpack some of these standout breakfast delights and discover what makes them truly special. Deep dive exploring the breakfast repertoire, kicking off our journey, and wow, immediately setting a bold, adventurous tone, we have the andouille breakfast tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Tacos for breakfast, that's already a statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with andouille, this is far from your average morning fare.
It truly is a statement. And when you look at the ingredients, you've got red bell pepper, Tabasco, butter, milk, flour tortillas, garlic, eggs, Jack and cheddar cheese, chopped andouille, and white onions. What's fascinating here is, well, how carefully each bit seems chosen to build that really assertive flavor profile.
Right.
Andouille, that smoked spice sausage, it brings this robust, almost earthy heat that just instantly elevates the whole dish beyond a simple egg scramble. It's an ingredient with a lot of character.
Yeah, it really is. And the preparation seems to mirror that thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
You start by sautéing the onions, peppers, garlic, and the andouille for about 5 minutes. That builds a flavorful base, right?
Exactly.
Then there's this really charming kind of old school kitchen hack I noticed. Breaking eggs into a jar, adding milk, using an eggshell half for the measure,
I know. Isn't that great?
Tabasco, salt, pepper, and shaking it vigorously. I just love the practicality, the resourcefulness of that.
It's a wonderful touch, isn't it? It connects us to maybe older ways of cooking, showing that good food doesn't always need precise measuring cups. Mm-hmm. And that shaking technique, it's surprisingly effective for really combining the eggs and milk thoroughly. Leads to a much more consistent, tender scramble.
Ah, okay.
And the Tabasco, that's key too. It gives a controlled, bright heat, not just raw spice. Allows you to kind of tailor the kick.
Right, not just overwhelming heat.
Precisely. So once those eggs hit the pan with andouille and veggies already sautéed, they just soak up all those wonderful flavors.
So it's not just the ingredients, it's the careful layering, the technique. You cook the egg mix into the veggies and sausage, then stir in a final bit of butter for richness.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, quickly warm the tortillas, scoop the mixture in, and tightly roll. Sounds delicious.
Exactly. And the balance of textures here is so important. You've got the tender veggies, the firm, kind of assertive sausage, those soft scrambled eggs, and then the warm, pliable flour tortillas.
Yeah.
The taco structure itself isn't just for easy eating. It implies this dynamic, portable enjoyment. Perfect for a lively morning, you know? This recipe, right off the bat, signals we're looking at innovative, flavorful options that really push the boundaries of what breakfast can be.
Okay, from that bold, savory start, let's pivot a bit. Something more, maybe, hearty and wholesome. The apple breakfast bar. This sounds like a really solid, make-ahead kind of start to the day, packed with goodness.
It absolutely is. This bar combines, a cup of whole wheat flour with 34 cup of all-purpose flour plus wheat bran, a variety of dried fruits, raisins, prunes, apricots, and a fresh grated apple.
Wow.
What's fascinating here is that deliberate mix of flours. The whole wheat gives you fiber and that nutty depth, while the all-purpose ensures the bar isn't too dense. Keeps a pleasing texture.
And the flavor profile sounds so comforting. It uses, 23 cup of packed brown sugar and a subtle spice blend, cinnamon and nutmeg, plus 34 cup of plain yogurt. That's interesting.
That plain yogurt is brilliant, actually. It adds essential moisture,
Uh.
yeah, but also a slight tanginess, and that beautifully balances the sweetness from the brown sugar and all those dried fruits.
Uh.
And the leavening, the combination of baking powder and baking soda. They work together synergistically to provide the perfect lift, ensuring a tender crumb. And those classic autumnal spices, cinnamon and nutmeg, they just make this bar incredibly inviting, warm. The grated apple isn't just for flavor either. It's a vital source of natural sweetness and moisture. Keeps the bars from drying out.
Makes sense. The preparation method seems pretty standard for baking, which is, reassuring for people at home. Combine the dry ingredients and fruits first, then whisk together the oil, eggs, and yogurt separately. Blend the wet into the dry. Pour into a greased 9-inch square pan. Bake at 350 Fahrenheit for, 35-40 minutes? Until a cake tester comes out clean.
Exactly. That separation, it ensures even distribution, optimal texture. The instructions are clearly aiming for a bar that's dense, yes, but still tender.
Yeah.
This recipe is just perfect for anyone seeking a portable, nutrient-dense breakfast, something you can prep in advance, making those busy mornings smoother and, healthier too.
Okay, our third recipe takes us somewhere a bit more elegant, maybe technique-driven. The apple breakfast popover. Popovers for breakfast just feel special, don't they?
They absolutely do. And this recipe uses, half a cup of all-purpose flour, a tablespoon of melted butter, 4 egg whites, just the whites, half a cup of skimmed milk, a pinch of salt.
Just the whites. Interesting.
Yeah. And then there's this delightful topping. 1.5 cups chopped apples, 2 tablespoons water, half a cup apple jelly, and a pinch of cinnamon. The science behind popovers is pretty cool, actually. That initial high oven heat, 400 degrees F, combined with a very liquid-rich batter, it creates steam rapidly inside, and that inflates them dramatically, causing them to literally pop. And using only egg whites, that contributes to a distinctly lighter, airier texture compared to using whole eggs. Whole eggs would make them denser.
So it's all about getting that specific, almost hollow, delicate structure. And the skimmed milk keeps it light, but still gives the liquid needed for the steam.
Precisely. And the simplicity of the popover batter itself. Just flour, milk, egg whites, salt, butter. It contrasts really beautifully with that rich, warm apple topping.
Yeah, that topping sounds good.
That combination of apple jelly, water, and cinnamon creates this syrupy, spiced compote. It's comforting, but also bright, and it just perfectly complements the neutral popover base.
And the timing here must be crucial, right? Baking the popovers and making the topping at the same time.
Oh, absolutely critical. Popovers are notorious for deflating quickly once they're out of the heat.
Right.
So having that warm topping ready to go as soon as they come out of the oven, you cut them, spread it immediately. It means you capture them at their absolute peak. Texture, warmth, everything.
Well,
this recipe offers a really delightful, warm, and somewhat dramatic breakfast presentation. Perfect for a special occasion or just a leisurely morning when you want to impress someone, maybe yourself.
okay, from the dramatic popover, we move to something that really challenges breakfast norms, but offers this, deep comfort. Autumn breakfast squash soup. A savory soup for breakfast. It immediately makes me think of cozy, crisp mornings.
This is a wonderfully innovative idea, isn't it? And deeply nourishing, too. The core ingredients are 2 cups of peeled, diced butternut squash and 1 cup of diced carrots. They provide that natural sweetness, and they're fantastic sources of beta-carotene.
Yeah?
But what truly makes this soup stand out, I think, is the inclusion of 1 tablespoon of white miso.
Miso for breakfast soup.
Yeah. White miso adds this subtle, savory umami depth. It enhances the natural sweetness of the vegetables, but without overpowering them at all. It's a really sophisticated layer of flavor.
Interesting. And the process sounds pretty simple. Steam the carrots and squash for 10 minutes while you saute diced onions in canola oil until they're translucent. Then dissolve the miso in 34 cups of water.
Right.
Combine everything in a blender, puree, done.
The cooking method is very thoughtful. Steaming the vegetables preserves their nutrients, creates that tender base, which is ideal for pureeing into a silky smooth soup.
Thanks.
Sautéing the onions builds that foundational aromatic flavor. And that optional concentrated orange flavor juice. That's an inspired touch.
Yeah. Why?
Well, it can brighten the entire flavor profile. Adds a zesty kind of zing that lifts the earthiness of the squash, makes the soup feel even more vibrant.
Ah, I see.
And the electric blender, of course, ensures that wonderfully smooth, comforting texture. This recipe is just a fantastic option for someone seeking a savory, warm, highly nutritious breakfast that's completely outside the conventional box, especially appealing in cooler weather, I'd imagine.
Okay, now for a real American classic. A deeply satisfying, maybe weekend project?
Yeah.
Breakfast, biscuits, and gravy. This recipe looks impressive. A full from-scratch endeavor promises the ultimate comfort breakfast.
Oh, this is truly a comprehensive guide to a beloved American breakfast staple. Let's
Yeah.
break it down, starting with the biscuits. The recipe calls for 1 3/4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, and critically, 4 tablespoons of chilled unsalted butter.
Chilled, right? That's key for biscuits.
Absolutely paramount for getting those coveted flaky layers. As the cold butter melts quickly in the hot oven, it creates steam, separating the layers of dough. That's the magic.
And the moisture for the dough is a mix. It says 1/3 cup plain yogurt and half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of milk.
Yogurt, huh?
Yeah, the yogurt's a clever addition. It provides moisture, obviously, but also a slight tanginess and acidity that contributes to a more tender crumb.
Okay.
And the instruction for minimal kneading, just 5 times, that's crucial too, prevents overdeveloping the gluten. You want light and tender biscuits, not tough ones.
Yeah. Bake at 425 for 20 minutes. Got it.
Until beautifully browned.
And while those are baking, you prep the sausage and gravy. The sausage part uses 1.5 pounds of pork sausage, seasoned with salt, pepper, and 1.5 teaspoons of dried sage.
Right. The hand mixing of the sausage with the seasoning ensures you get that flavor really distributed before you form and pan fry the patties.
Okay.
Then for the gravy, the brilliance here is using the same pan where you fried the sausage.
Yes. All the good stuff. Exactly. All those flavorful browned bits, the fond clinging to the bottom, they get incorporated, enriching the gravy immeasurably. You make a roux with 3 teaspoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of flour, then whisk in 2 1/4 cups of milk until it thickens.
And there are spices in the gravy too.
Yeah, subtle ones. Allspice and paprika add a little warmth and color. And then a final garnish of fresh sage brightens everything up.
It really sounds like a culinary dance, you know?
Yeah.
Each component timed perfectly.
It absolutely is. The synchronous timing means everything comes together warm and fresh. This is just the ultimate comfort breakfast, really. A project for a weekend morning, maybe? Offering deep satisfaction through those traditional flavors and textures. Perfect for anyone seeking a truly authentic, hearty experience.
Now, for something that combines sweet and savory richness in a really unexpected way, the blueberry sausage breakfast treat. Blueberries and sausage in one dish. That is fascinating.
It is, isn't it? And it's actually designed for maximum flavor development with a 2-day preparation.
2 days, okay.
Yeah. The ingredients list gives us a clue to this inventive profile. 3/4 pound pork sausage, a cup of blueberries, half cup butter, 1/4 cup brown sugar, half cup regular sugar, 8 ounces sour cream, 2 eggs, flour, leaveners, and pecans.
Wow, quite a list.
What's fascinating here is how the dish balances that intense sweetness from the blueberries and the sugars with the savory, meaty essence of the pork sausage. It creates a profile that's both comforting and, well, surprising.
That 2-day process makes sense then for building those layers of flavor. You pan fry the sausage the day before, drain it, set it aside. Saves time on baking day, lets the savory notes start melding.
Precisely. And from a baking science view, the recipe uses a standard creaming method butter and sugars for a tender crumb. And alternating the flour with the sour cream ensures a smooth, cohesive batter.
Sour cream is key here, I bet.
Oh, absolutely crucial. It adds significant moisture, yes, but also that pleasant tang that cuts through the richness, balancing the whole dish. But the real game changer, I think, is the 24-hour refrigeration of the batter.
Really?
Well, that extended rest allows the dry ingredients to fully hydrate, the flavors to really deepen and intermingle significantly, and the texture develops into what promises to be a truly delicious treat, as they call it.
Huh. So the pecans, just rough cut and scattered on top, they're not just garnished, they add that textural crunch.
Yeah.
Complements the soft batter and fruit.
Exactly. This recipe is a fantastic example of a thoughtful, make-ahead breakfast that combines surprising flavors into something really harmonious and satisfying. Perfect for sharing. It's an indulgence, maybe, but one that's earned through that careful preparation.
Okay, our next deep dive is into something that kind of redefines special occasion breakfast.
breakfast lasagna. This isn't just a meal, it looks like an ambitious, multi-layered showstopper.
This is truly a culinary adventure, isn't it? A masterpiece designed to impress. The ingredients list itself speaks volumes about its complexity. You've got lasagna noodles, a ricotta egg mixture, thinly sliced cooked ham, and a luxurious blend of mozzarella, Gruyere, and Parmesan cheeses.
Wow. The noodles provide the essential structure, obviously. The ricotta egg mixture ensures that creamy, tender layer throughout. The cooked ham adds a robust, savory protein element, and that trio of cheeses delivers ultimate meltiness and a really rich, complex flavor profile.
And the sauces sound equally elaborate. You're making a classic white sauce, a bechamel with butter, flour, milk, but then it's spiced up with dry mustard, salt, nutmeg, and even a touch of red wine. That's different.
That's where the innovation really lies. The bechamel provides that rich, creamy backbone. The dry mustard enhances the savory elements without tasting, overtly like mustard.
Right.
And the nutmeg adds that warm, aromatic note. The red wine is a sophisticated addition, introducing a deeper, more nuanced savory layer. The recipe also incorporates a subtle tomato sauce element, but it's achieved by sautéing garlic and adding tomato paste to part of the white sauce.
Ah, okay, so it's not a separate red sauce.
No, it creates this unique, savory, and slightly tangy counterpoint to all the richness. It's clever.
And the layering process, of course, that's critical for any lasagna.
It's the heart of the dish. You start with a thin layer of that tomato-tinged white sauce, then noodles, followed by the ricotta egg mixture, then the ham and the mixed cheeses. And you repeat that, making sure to end with the sauce and a generous topping of Parmesan before baking.
Ensures an even bite.
Exactly. Harmonious. Baking for 45 minutes at 350 allows everything to meld and set beautifully, resulting in that golden, bubbling top. This recipe is perfect for an elaborate brunch or maybe a holiday gathering. Definitely appeals to those who love to cook and create a truly memorable, multi-layered breakfast experience.
Okay, changing gears completely now to something with maybe a bit more visual flair. Breakfast hash purples. The name alone makes you think of vibrant colors. Sounds like a wonderfully flavorful and visually striking potato hash.
It absolutely is. The star ingredient, obviously, is the purple potato. And beyond their striking kind of jewel-toned color, purple potatoes often offer a slightly denser texture and a nuttier flavor compared to white or yellow ones. And the prep starts with a clever little hack, soaking the potatoes for 30 minutes before peeling. Apparently, it makes the skin removal much easier. A practical tip.
Good to know. So after the soak, they're cleaned, sliced into, 34-inch cubes, and then combined with other fresh aromatics, cleaned green onions, minced garlic, and sliced red bell pepper.
Exactly. That combination provides a fresh, aromatic, and slightly spicy base, and the recipe gives you a choice: cayenne pepper or paprika. So you can customize the heat level to your preference, from just a gentle warmth to a more pronounced kick.
Nice. Then seasoned with salt and pepper.
Right.
And the cooking method is baking, which I actually find really appealing for a hash, less standing over the stove.
Yes, baking the hash on a greased pan at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes is crucial for achieving that ideal texture goal they mention. Crispy on its outside and soft on its inside.
The perfect hash texture.
Exactly. And baking provides a more hands-off approach compared to pan frying. Ensures more even crisping without constant stirring. This recipe just offers a visually stunning and delicious potato hash, perfect for anyone who appreciates vibrant colors and robust flavors in their savory breakfast dishes. Really elevates a simple side to a main attraction.
Okay, for the true artisan in the kitchen, the dedicated home cook, we're diving into breakfast sausage links. This is for someone who wants ultimate control, right? Making your own sausage from scratch for, unparalleled freshness and flavor.
This recipe is truly a blueprint for the home charcuterie enthusiast. It actually outlines a versatile spice blend that lets you create bespoke breakfast sausage. The recipe gives us the blend: 1 tablespoon nutmeg, 1 teaspoon ginger, 2 tablespoons rubbed sage, 1 tablespoon pepper, 1 tablespoon ground red pepper, and a significant 5 tablespoons of salt.
Wow, that's a lot of salt.
Well, those ratios are carefully balanced. Nutmeg and ginger add crucial warming aromatic notes. They perfectly complement the earthy traditional sage. Black pepper and ground red pepper provide varying degrees of heat and pungency, letting you customize the final product. And the salt, yes, it's substantial, but it's crucial for both flavor and preservation in sausage making.
Ah, preservation, right. And the beauty here is the freedom, it says, to grind your preferred meat. So you can use pork, beef, turkey, maybe a blend.
Absolutely. This empowers the home cook to tailor the sausage exactly to their preferences, fat content, flavor profile, dietary needs, whatever. The process involves grinding your chosen meat, then combining it with the spices, herbs, and importantly, it mentions 2 cups of iced water or tomato juice.
Iced water. Why iced?
The iced liquid is crucial. It helps keep the meat mixture cold during processing, which is vital for maintaining the quality and texture of the sausage emulsion. It also aids in the even distribution of all those wonderful spices.
Okay, makes sense. So once mixed, you stuff the casings, tying them every 3 inches.
Yes, stuff casings is the key phrase here. It signals this is a true traditional sausage making process, not just forming patties.
Right.
And the recipe then emphasizes placing the stuffed links in the fridge for preservation. This recipe is definitely a rewarding project for the culinary enthusiast who wants ultimate control over their breakfast sausage. Promises unparalleled freshness and flavor. It's really an empowering guide for those who want to explore charcuterie at home.
And finally, let's wrap up our detailed dives with something truly unique and actually incredibly refreshing sounding. Breakfast sherbet. This sounds like turning dessert into breakfast, but like in the best possible way.
This recipe is indeed a bold and adventurous choice for breakfast, isn't it? Perfect for hot weather, maybe, or just for those who prefer a light, sweet, incredibly refreshing start to the day. The fruit base is 5 cups of chopped honeydew melon and 3 peeled and quartered medium kiwis.
Honeydew and kiwi, nice.
Yeah, these fruits provide natural sweetness, vibrant color, and a wealth of vitamins.
And it uses half a cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon lime juice. Buttermilk and sherbet.
Yeah, the buttermilk is a crucial addition. It contributes a creamy texture, but also a delightful tang that brilliantly balances the natural sweetness of the fruits, prevents it from being, cloyingly sweet.
Okay.
Lime juice is also a key player here. It enhances the freshness of the fruits and adds that zesty kick that just lifts the entire flavor profile. The granulated sugar ensures the right level of sweetness for a perfectly balanced sherbet.
And the instructions describe this unique freezing and rebeating process. Process everything till smooth. Pour into a bowl, cover, freeze 3-4 hours till firm. Then take it out, let it stand 15 minutes, beat it again with an electric mixer till smooth, then refreeze 3-4 more hours.
Yes, that freezing and rebeating process is absolutely critical. It's how you achieve that smooth, scoopable sherbet consistency. It helps break up any ice crystals that form during the initial freeze, ensuring a truly delightful, velvety texture that melts in your mouth.
Ah, like making ice cream at home sometimes.
Exactly. The multiple freezing stages guarantee it becomes firm enough to serve perfectly. This recipe just offers an elegant and surprising morning treat. Showcases how breakfast can be light, sophisticated, and utterly refreshing.
Wow, what an incredible journey that was through the world of breakfast. We've seen everything from those bold, globally inspired tacos and that sophisticated breakfast lasagna to technique-driven popovers and even refreshingly light sherbet. We've certainly uncovered how diverse and exciting the first meal of the day can really be.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's just so clear that breakfast is far more than just a routine, isn't it? It can be a canvas for incredible creativity and nourishment. We've explored recipes that highlight smart ingredient choices like, using miso in soup or that eggshell for measuring.
Yeah.
Efficient techniques that save time, and the real power of flavor combinations, whether they're classic or wonderfully unexpected, to truly elevate a meal beyond just, sustenance.
Absolutely. And we've really only scratched the surface here of the full collection we looked at. There were so many other fascinating options we didn't get to fully dive into, like the wholesome apple bulgur breakfast, various quick shakes, blueberry, raspberry peach,
Let's
convenient baked goods like the breakfast drop cookies and those quick breakfast bars. There are healthy, low-cholesterol sausage options, hearty casseroles like the breakfast potato casserole. Oh, and that unique breakfast Dutch thing that sounded like scrambled batter.
Right. It's just a treasure trove, really, designed to spark your morning culinary curiosity. Indeed. Each recipe, whether it was one we deep dived into today or one of the many, many others in this collection, offers its own unique perspective on starting the day. They really demonstrate how simple adjustments to ingredients or methods can completely transform a meal.
Yeah. I hope this deep dive encourages you, our listener, to maybe try some of these amazing ideas, to step outside your usual breakfast comfort zone, whatever that might be, and to truly embrace the joy of discovery right there in your own kitchen. So, as you think about your next morning meal, maybe consider, is breakfast just a routine for you, or could it be your daily ritual for culinary exploration and personal delight.
It's a good thought. Makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We look forward to the next one.